At the time of this recording, it is the evening of December 21st, 2022, and I want to talk to you about one of my language goals for Spanish in 2022, among other things. You might be wondering, what are you talking about, Franklin? 2022 is basically over, but it's not. And I want to capitalize on the time still remaining in this year. My name is Franklin, and this is First 1,000 Hours. So my big goal that I want to do is I want to at least read one Spanish book this year. Now, obviously, I could have done more than that. I have in the past read at least 4,167 pages in Spanish, but this year I have read no books in Spanish, and I do not want to complete a whole year without reading a book in Spanish. And so what I've decided to do is to read this book. It's called De Cavernaculo a Cristiano. In English, that is From Caveman to Christian. And this is by someone by the name of Pastor Doug Batchelor. I've heard his testimony before. He lived in a cave. I believe his English title of his book is The Richest Caveman or something like that. I have not read the book in English. I've just heard his story, but I've never read his book about his testimony, and I am wanting to do that. And so that's going to be my big goal. I am seeking to read a paperback book, so it's going to be a little harder than reading something using like the Google Translate web extension and just reading something online. I will allow myself to be able to read, reading and trying to get the context first through the paperback book, and then occasionally, if I want to, I can use Google Translate. But I'm going to try as much as I can to just read and understand the context. And so even if I understand maybe just 80% of what I'm reading or something like that, I'm still going to count that as I got the main gist, and I'm going to continue and read other things as well. But like I said, I might occasionally look up things. That means that I should be able, or I want to be able to read this book that is around 129 pages in the time remaining of 2022. I have 9 full days left in this year by God's grace. And so I will update you on whether or not I accomplish that goal, and hopefully be able to give you an update before the year ends. But if not, it will be earlier in 2023, God willing, and then I'll share some of my 2023 plans. Now, one of the big goals I had this year as well was working on what I believe is the Spanish comprehension course I wish I had for beginners when I was starting to seek to comprehend Spanish. And if you want that transformation, it is now finished. I was working with a native Spanish speaking friend, and you can get that transformation to gain the confidence, the mindset, and the skill set to start comprehending Spanish from day one at comprehendspanish.com. And one other thing I could say about this year that I did do in Spanish was I was pretty consistent for the most part. Sometimes I wasn't there, but for the most part, of going to a Spanish Zoom worship service by Costa Ricans. And so that put me in basically in all Spanish environments. For the most part, the English I heard in that Zoom meeting was my name. and I have been going to those Zoom meetings almost for 2 years. It'll be 2 years in, I think, February. But I have enjoyed going there, and I'm looking forward to going there again, or attending, I should say. It's virtual, but I'm looking forward to attending that Zoom worship service again this Saturday morning. And so that's what I want to share with you. I want to encourage you to take advantage of the time that we have. There might be some spots in this end of the year where you can actually complete a goal that you had for Spanish or for whatever language you're seeking to learn, and go into 2023 strong. Talk to you later.